Hello, and welcome to the 8-Bit Podcast. And this is the first episode of Season 3. We made it. Well, almost all of us made it. I'm Anthony, and I am here with Derek, Moskro, Gwen for the first time, Ryan, Kat, and Victoria. God.
Hello!
Hi.
Good night.
That's our podcast.
Everybody was so ready.
And we're done.
Oh, everybody was so ready. That was awesome.
Oh, I gotta pee now.
Now you have to pee?
I'm joking.
That's okay. I was about to sneeze when he was introducing. I had to hold it in.
Remember when I asked before we started, I was like, does anybody have to pee? Does Kat have to burp? Are we good?
But I can't tell you when I'm going to sneeze.
Well,
I can't tell you when I'm gonna burp.
Yeah, and I didn't have to go then, but now I do.
Oh my god. I don't even know what to say to that. Like,
You hired us.
oh boy. So for this one, we're going to have fun, and we're just going to talk.
Wait, you guys are getting
But-
paid?
No.
That was really good, actually. But I do want to mention that this episode of the 8-Bit Podcast is sponsored by Anchor FM and Murder in the Morning Mist, but we'll hear more from them later on. So how was everyone's day?
Amazing.
It was really good.
So good. Better than
My
yesterday.
legs hurt.
Okay, Kat
Nice.
had the bad day. Why do your legs hurt?
Oh, because I went out with my coworkers.
What'd you do?
Ooh,
What'd you do?
social stuff.
Got a sandwich.
That's invigorating.
Well, how do you hurt your legs in this process?
I'm also curious
She
what's on
ate
the
with her
sandwich, so
toes.
put that in your pocket too. But... Okay, so how'd you hurt your legs?
Oh, they're just sore because they do that.
Okay, so what was
That's
on
all.
the sandwich?
A lot of stuff. I couldn't really fit it in my mouth.
Gotcha!
You did say it was a big sandwich earlier, so.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was thick. Like,
We're off to a good start, huh?
Is there something funny about her not?
Yes, there's something very funny about it.
Really?
Gotcha,
Explain.
fucking babes.
Okay, we're gonna move past that.
Cool.
Yeah, we are.
I did not eat a sandwich today.
I'm so sorry.
Did you make one?
If you consider a burger a sandwich, then
Wow.
I did eat one.
No, I didn't make one either.
Damn. Feels bad.
Tell me about it.
Did your sister make you a sandwich today?
Damn right. Every day.
Oh,
Okay, so rolling along from that, I
Sour
actually
cream
had an
cheese.
interesting story with a sandwich today, and I'm not kidding.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So
You
this
fucked one, Poggers?
we
That's what I was
accidentally
gonna say.
stumbled into a segue. Okay, so my job, I have to go to gas stations and grocery stores and Target. I was in
Okay.
Target, and there was a woman who was trying to return lettuce. That's all she had. She had this big ass receipt,
I can feel my rage boiling.
and she
Go on,
had
go on.
one
Head of
thing,
lettuce.
Yeah, head. I couldn't think what the fuck it was called. I was gonna call it like a circle, and I was like, that's not right.
Circle of lettuce.
So she had a head of lettuce with this big ass receipt, and she goes, "Yeah, it doesn't look good." And the girl was like, okay. And this woman goes,
Why'd
can we
she
move
buy
this along?
it?
I really need some more lettuce." And I'm standing there because I'm waiting for my stupid app on my phone to work. That was like a 4. That sucked.
Oh, fuck you.
If you're
Pico.
gonna burp on the podcast, make it good.
Sorry.
Enhance it later.
And
Earape.
So I'm standing there, I'm leaning against the wall, waiting for my phone to work. And this woman looks at me, and I think she could tell I was judging her. And she's like, "What?" I was like, "I'm just waiting for my phone to work." She goes, "Oh, did you buy it from Target?" I didn't know what to do, and I was panicking. So
In that situation,
So-
you know.
wait,
you
my
don't work for
response was
Target, you
better.
can say whatever you want.
I work on ATMs. So my response was, "Oh, the ATM just turned off." I said that to her out loud, and I just turned around and walked towards the ATM and started pressing buttons.
Can you tell them about the girl?
social interactions
about
at its
the one,
finest.
the auditing girl?
Oh my god.
Because
Okay.
Anthony gets hit on all the time,
So,
apparently.
I kind of got to keep this one vague, sort of, because I also don't want to give away exactly what I do, because I don't want to get in trouble and be one of those people who gets fired because of a podcast.
Yeah.
But I walked into a gas station and I said, "Hi, I'm here to work on your ATM. Should take me like 20 minutes." And she goes, kidding, I think, but she goes, "You want to work on me in the back for 20 minutes?"
Oh no.
I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Gotcha, base.
No.
I mean, she was like,
listen. I'd have dead ass.
Or yes, depending.
no.
she
and it
she
turned
looked
around
like
and
she looks like the kind of person who'd be on a cover of like a Florida Woman headline, you know?
Oh no.
And I was really panicking. I didn't know what the fuck. Like, what do you say in
Listen,
that situation?
Listen, and what you should have done, you should have been the one to ruin her day. And it's like, no. And just don't say anything. You turn the tables and make her awkward. You just say, no. Then you turn around and walk off and go do your job.
Normally, I'm really good in that kind of situation. I'm very good about being able to make an awkward joke or get myself to a less awkward point of a situation. I'm normally really good about that. But in that moment, at this truck stop, I did not know what the fuck to say. So I looked at her and I went, okay, I'm going to get to work.
So here's
Not on you.
I'm usually really good in social situations like that, but I find that when you just don't know what to do, no matter what the situation, just laugh. Like laughing will get you out of so many awkward situations.
I know, imagine being in
No,
a
it
funeral
doesn't.
and being like, oh, this is
Yeah, it
awkward.
does. No, it doesn't. Weddings aren't. I mean, funerals aren't awkward. You just stand there. You just stand there at a funeral.
Till death
I
do
usually
us
sleep for
part.
You
funerals.
may kiss the bride. Ha ha! Fucking loser.
Oh.
But how is that awkward? I'm talking about like if somebody jokingly says they want to have sex with you in the back of the gas station, not like you're just witnessing a wedding. How is that awkward?
Ryan, would you not feel uncomfortable if that happened to you?
Not
Oh, it's 'cause
really.
you're a
What if it
man.
was a guy?
I could smell
I mean,
the
I
cigarette
wouldn't
ash
say
on her.
yes. I'd laugh and say no, and then I'd fix my ATM or whatever.
I still feel like just say it so dead. No.
That
Just
or
turn around and
or
walk.
you should like mess with them and be like, yeah, give me 20 minutes.
Like, I don't know. Can we do it on the floor? Is the floor clean? Did you mop today?
I hope not.
Oh my god.
How dirty.
Speaking of girls, though, I do have a
Oh, God.
I have a date
Oh, Chad's here.
story, I guess.
Chad's here, boys. Hold up.
Is this the wine girl?
No, she's actually really cool.
There's several.
There's another girl before that. I'm calling her Garlic Nut Girl.
Oh my god.
Garlic nut.
Garlic.
Does she
So-
work at a pizza place?
No, but I'll explain. I'll just kind of walk through.
Oh my god.
So do I.
But you're also gonna find out how much of a picky bitch I am. So
Okay.
Ooh.
we start the
That's
date.
nice.
We're like, okay, let's meet at this pizza place. It's only 10 minutes from my house. That's totally. I have no problem with it. So I go. I meet her there, and we get pizza. Yada yada. Obviously, I'm just like, oh, don't worry about it. I got it, because that's first date. That typically the guy does that.
And then he took out his
which is
wallet and
fine.
flexed the whole time.
What does she look like?
I don't want to.
Roadkill.
I mean, she was pretty. She was,
Okay, pretty
she was,
slim.
yeah,
We
she was
can go
pretty.
with pretty.
Yeah, she was pretty. So we buy the pizza. Then she's like, "Oh, there's this cool kind of like scenic view down the road. Just follow me in your car." So I was like, "Okay,
Did you go on a date with a sitcom?
Serial killer.
go?" Serial killer, yeah. She tried to actually murder me. No, but
Oh,
so
story time.
so we get
Some
there. There's like a
session.
picnic table, and we put. So here's where I'm like, So we put the box down, and I'm like, oh, they didn't give us any napkins. And she's like, oh, I think I have some in my car. I'm like, okay, me too. So we both go and we check. I was like, shit, I don't have any. She's like, oh, I found one. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So we sit down, and
I'm so scared.
I didn't want the napkin. Okay, there's only one napkin. It's in your car, obviously, and you're the girl. Obviously, I want you to have the napkin, but you gotta offer. Like, you just gotta
Did you?
be like, oh, do you want the napkin? Or like maybe start to rip it in half, showing that you're offering some of your napkin.
Ryan, are you mad at this girl because she didn't give you a napkin?
Hold on,
I'm waiting for the fucking. I'm
It's
waiting for a
worse.
punchline. I'm hoping.
So I was like, but I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Looking past that, then she ordered. She ordered 2 garlic knots.
So insulted.
She ordered 2 garlic knots, all right? And I mean, the conversation wasn't very good anyway, because you could tell because of what I'm about to say. Because
Can I
the
ask you a
whole
question?
conversation, she ordered 2 garlic knots, okay?
What,
That I
what is a
paid
garlic
for,
nut?
mind you. I paid for these garlic
You don't
knots.
know what a fucking garlic nut is?
Time out.
No.
Wait.
Time out. Time out.
I don't know what a garlic nut
What?
is.
You're
What is
fucking-
that?
You know what garlic
What?
nut is?
What
It's
is
like
it?
it's garlic bread, but like twisted up, and it's
Yeah.
fucking
Like a
delicious.
smushed
Like-
pretzel covered
It's,
in
yeah, like a
garlic and
smushed
butter.
bready pretzel. Yeah.
It's like the size of a dinner roll.
That sounds
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's delicious.
Good.
You're fucking.
They're pretty good.
It's just garlic bread, but like a pretzel
Kid.
and small.
I haven't closed my mouth yet.
Neither have I.
It's just a piece of food. Like I'm,
Oscar, I'm bringing you
Fuck you.
garlic
You
knots
love
when we
food?
meet you.
huh?
I'm going to bring you garlic knots
I
when
think
we
you'd
meet
like
you.
them,
Huh?
Oscar.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Continue.
Anyway,
Continue,
The
Ryan.
conversation
so-
wasn't good.
So anyway, the conversation was very, very boring.
Damn, I'm looking.
So I was just trying to get that moving along. And she has 1 garlic knot, and for the 2 hours that we're sitting there, the one lonesome garlic knot, like it's right in front of her. She's not eating it. After an hour, I knew that she wasn't eating this garlic knot that I had paid for, and she didn't even offer it to me. I wasn't hungry. I didn't want the garlic knot, but at least offer it to me, right? So, so as we're getting up to go, and I'm throwing I'm cleaning the table and throwing everything out. She starts to rip up the garlic knot into little pieces and like to throw it to like feed it to birds or whatever. But like, you didn't even offer it to me that I paid for. I could have been hungry still. Like,
did you
come
ask her for
on,
the
dude.
garlic nut?
Ryan, I think she thought that if you wanted it, you would have like taken it.
No,
Like, I mean,
Especially
it
in
was asked
2
for it?
hours.
Would have done. Yeah.
no, she would have totally offered it after the first like.
I feel
But
like
did
you're-
you ask
okay,
her for
okay.
it though?
I'm gonna be honest. I think you're overthinking the garlic knot, and I think you're missing the fact. I think you're missing the date.
Well, I mean, because it was just the conversation was so boring. I just needed something else to like.
See, we're focusing on that
God.
inner fire
I
over this
imagine this girl,
garlic.
like
nut.
Poor
opening up
girl.
her heart to him, and he's just staring at a fucking garlic knot.
Like, offer
No,
it.
she kept talking about like previous dates and stuff like that. And I was like,
Oh.
What the
yeah. And I was like, that's nice. I really don't
Okay,
care.
see, I can see that on like
Friend
kind of a
zoned.
casual level, like maybe like 1 or 2 jokes, like yeah, this is so much better than Tinder, haha, like move on,
yeah.
or something. But like telling you stories is kind of yikes.
No. yeah.
Actually, I actually feel really strongly about that because it's like if you're just starting to get to know somebody, like they don't know you. So if you tell them like crappy stories about your exes, they just think you're crappy. Like,
yeah, and they weren't even good
there's no
stories.
trust.
Just like, oh, I am never dating another Turkish boy. And I was just like, that's really nice.
Bitch should have given me that garlic knot though.
Yeah.
Can you title this
All
episode
would be
Garlic
forgiven
Knots?
if you had given me.
Garlic knot girl.
That's a good title.
But
Garlic Knot Girl. GG.
so
GG. Garlic
Oh my God.
so we're leaving, and she said, oh, I don't want to go on a second date, and I was just like, okay, sure. I didn't really like want to, but I didn't want to be mean in the moment, right? So we're trying. So after I got back home,
That was like a negative too.
after
It had
after we
base,
got
it
back
had
home,
substance.
we were texting, we were planning, and she was free like Wednesday or something like that, and I was like, oh, I could do like Wednesday night if you want, and so we were doing that, and I couldn't be Sunday because I said I was busy Sunday.
Okay. So where's the next garlic knot come in?
Yeah.
No, so I my Sunday opened up because my friend wanted to move what we were doing to Monday during the day.
Okay.
So I texted her and I was like, "Hey, my Sunday like is open if you wanted to like hang out because you said you wanted to do something next
Okay.
week."
Netflix
And
chill.
then and then she she was like, "Oh, I'm really tired. I just got home from work." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I just left it at that. Then she, instead of texting me, she goes to Snapchat. I think to see like, because like you could see on Snapchat when like people open and read your messages.
Mhm.
So I think that's why she used Snapchat for this. And I got like a wall of text that was like, "Hey, it made me really uncomfortable that you wanted to hang out the day after we just went on a date." And I was just like, I was just letting you know that I was open in case you didn't want to go Sunday. And she's like, "Yeah, but it just made me really uncomfortable because I don't really know you." We're just like, okay, well, for tradition's sake, I don't feel like we have like dates need to be spread out over 2 weeks and have like, just to have small talk for 2 hours. Like,
Yikes.
yeah. So I
It's a no from me, dog.
oh yeah, big no.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. As soon as I didn't get that garlic knot, I was just I knew it was a no.
Hey, do you want to have a second date? Oh, yeah, sure. How about tomorrow? Oh my god, you're a creep.
Yeah. So that's a no.
I don't get the logic.
Nah, me neither.
You should message her back and be like, "Hey, so I was wondering, could you maybe send me like $2 for a garlic knot?"
So did you ever eat that garlic knot?
Well, no, he said she gave it to the birds.
Yeah. Did you go back and pick up the breadcrumbs of that garlic knot?
That
yeah.
pigeon had a better date than me.
At least the pigeon could wipe its mouth.
You know whose first date story I can't wait for? Moscrow's. I can't wait.
Oh
for
my
Moscrow's.
god, me too.
God. I mean, he doesn't really have to go on dates. He lives with his sister, so
I was gonna say the day he was born was his first date. So
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna
Because there
roll
were
past
garlic
that.
knots?
Speaking of delicious times, that garlic knot was pretty good.
Ryan wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I didn't even want it.
have
I
a
didn't even want it.
I have a sad Italian food story.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So Victoria and I, this was like, God, it was.
oh no.
I don't know if it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I'm gonna be honest. We had gone out to dinner with a gift card to Macaroni Grill, and it was an anniversary date. And I drove because she wanted to drink, and I was driving her car. It was a Jeep, and it was a good time and everything. Food wasn't bad, and I was taking home meatballs with me. Now these meatballs were fucking good, right? Like I wanted to take them home, and I had a whole plan. I was gonna like get up at midnight, heat up some meatballs, and live my life, So
The dream.
we're driving back from Macaroni Grill, and some fucking honky tonk bitch rams into the back of our car
with the Jeep.
with a Jeep, and the fucking meatballs spilled.
They were
Oh
on my
my
lap, and they slid off my lap and onto the floor with impact.
Ugh.
But the
That's
best part of this
hilarious.
story, so Victoria's dad and I have a pretty good like dad boyfriend relationship, I would say. But
He likes you.
I made a
That's
joke
rare.
about the meatballs. I was
Oh,
like, "Do you think
no.
we can?"
Oh no.
I was like, "Do you think we can add the meatballs into the insurance report?" And I made it at the scene of the crash. Like I made it with the cop still there.
Like he and I got
But did the
checked
cop
out by
say yes?
EMS.
Oh, that's
Your
awesome.
dad just like he kind of like, huh? But I could just tell he looked at me like, "What the fuck is wrong?"
Because
with
I
you?"
was like, my back hurts. Like my neck hurts.
Yeah, and my arm hurt, and I was still on the meatballs.
We still haven't gone back to Macaroni Grill because we don't want to lose his meatballs again.
I mean,
You
it's like
should.
it's a sign that you should. That was probably a sign that you shouldn't go back there.
My
Get your
favorite
meatballs
part,
Do
elsewhere.
we get them delivered?
my favorite part was the girl who hit us, or a woman who hit us because she was a bit older. She like,
Claims.
she did every single thing you're not supposed to do when you get in an accident. She doesn't put her hazards on. She turns off her car, takes out her keys, gets out, comes up to the window, knocks on the window, admits fault, is on the phone, tells me she was texting.
Well, maybe she was being nice.
She said, well, in her defense, she claims she was on her way to the hospital because like her husband had just had a heart attack or something.
Yeah, like I wasn't mad. Like I'm not saying I was like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch, get in your car." I just mean she broke
And
every rule that you're not supposed
she
to.
hit
do.
us
no.
so
She,
hard.
I think she's trying to be nice though. She
Oh, no,
admits,
I
yeah, that was
understand
my
she was trying to be
bad.
nice, but like, oh my God, just give me your fucking bank account.
And she
at that
hit
point.
us so hard we went into the car in front of us.
Oh my god.
Okay, but the
Oh.
car in front of us was a Karen, so like she didn't even care. They didn't have damage. It was a Karen.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had an NC State hat on. It didn't matter.
No, they were
gone.
cool. It was a little tap.
She
but
had
still.
late night Manhattans to go home to and get drunk too. We were fine.
I feel bad for this
Would
woman.
you guys want to hear? I have a good. It's not about me.
Is this
But-
a 20-minute garlic knot story?
No, I'll make this one short.
Oh, it's a 30-minute garlic knot story.
My friend has been teaching these like driver's ed courses, right? Like for like some side cash,
Mhm.
and
Imagine your side hustle being like student driving instructor. Such a weird, like that seems like a primary job, not like a yo. What are you doing? Oh, my side hustle. Oh, cool. What are you like a bouncer? Oh no, I teach 16-year-olds how to drive stick. Sorry,
so
I'm
because
sorry.
his dad, no, it's
Continue.
fine. His dad does it, so like it's like just help.
Oh,
he's just help-
family side hustle.
yeah, family side hustle. So recently,
family side hustle in
a
New York has to do with
girl-
a lot of killing though.
killing.
Well,
A
yeah.
mob.
Oh, I didn't hear the
Well,
first part of what you
multiple
said.
mobs.
I just heard killing. I was just like driver's ed killing. What?
The driver's ed mafia.
What a front.
All the cars are
God.
Lincolns. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, it's fine. To make it short, there was a girl recently that took the class, and she got into an accident on the highway, and I'm trying to use as few details
yeah,
as
yeah,
possible.
you're
I can't give
fine.
any names. She on a highway, and she hit because she was texting her boyfriend.
Wait,
she
she was
hit.
she was a
Southern State or Montauk?
Wait, she was a student driver, so like the instructor was in the car.
No.
Oh,
She was
I thought
taking
she
the
was
class.
texting with the taking in the car. I was like, Jesus.
No.
holy
She was
crap.
taking it. It was while she was taking the class, so she didn't even like. She only had her
Oh.
worker's permit. Yeah, she couldn't
Oh.
actually drive,
Gotcha.
but she was visiting her boyfriend in her parents' car, and she was texting her boyfriend, and she hit 3 construction workers.
Oh my god.
Like
No.
yeah, they were just standing.
Fucking Christ.
So
Oh
the
God.
first
They
construction
go down like bowling pins.
yeah, no, get ready for this. The first one walked away with like bumps and bruises, but he still got a little hurt, obviously.
Sounds like
The
a
second, the second,
Bumps.
the second one is paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of his life.
Oh my god.
And the and the
Roscoe.
third and
There's the guy that's laughing at the funeral.
oh my god.
Go on.
Laughter, right?
Okay.
Yeah. The third guy. All right, Mom's gonna crack over this one. The third guy's dead.
Okay, I think the real question is, were there any meatballs in the car?
Exactly.
No meatballs, no garlic
Well, I mean, the
knots.
crash happened in New York, so the first guy dropped a garlic knot, the second guy dropped meatballs, and the third guy dropped
Nathan's.
Yankees tickets.
Oh no, it would have to be like a
So-
Nathan's or Sabrett hot dog.
Oh, fuck.
He drops a shitty street vendor hot dog with a fucking rat on it.
That's gross. Ugh.
Is there an
But
article somewhere?
for this? I'm not sure, but it
So,
gets
like-
it gets worse.
Did like
Oh,
the guy like
no.
slow it down, and then the second guy's crippled body slow it down further?
Oh.
The
I
third
am-
guy,
I don't-
Like,
I
first
don't
guy gets
know.
out?
Okay, wait, how did it get worse?
But
Though?
what-
How did it get worse though?
So it got worse because when you hit 3 people in a car, like you're gonna get sued by all 3
Yeah,
people
yeah, actually, yeah.
Naturally,
and their families,
Naturally,
right? So with lawyer fees and like they obviously lost every single suit, it came out to about $10 million.
Jesus Christ.
And so she's 17, so she didn't have her license. Also she got charged with,
Yeah.
vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she
Yeah.
went to prison for 2 years at 17 years old.
That sucks.
And then her parents sold literally everything they owned. They're living in a 1-bedroom shitty apartment with like her brother and
Those are some
like
dedicated
and that
parents.
Yeah,
that
I
didn't even
know.
that didn't even cover $1 million. So now what's happening is for the rest of her parents' life and her life, 33% before taxes are taken out of each paycheck every week, 33% of that is getting deducted to go to the $10 million.
God.
So they have about 9 million left now because everything they sold came out to about $1 million.
That's crazy.
But that's gonna follow her parents for the rest of her life, and her for the rest of her life, and she's not gonna be able to get a job because she has a felony charge.
I'm surprised they didn't just
so-
disown her and say fuck it.
Honestly, I mean I don't
It's
know.
an Italian family.
If, maybe, but yeah. So she's like
Plus,
fucked
the
for the rest
sauce
of her
runs
life.
thicker than blood.
Thank you. That's why my blood is
So
red.
moral of the story, kids, don't text and drive because
Yeah.
you'll ruin everybody's life.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Wow. Can we do a happy musical next year, Officer Lobster?
Nobody here gets that reference.
I know, but it made me
I
happy.
know what we were talking about.
Victoria's out here making Broadway musical references.
Listen, we gotta hit all the demographics.
Does anybody have a happy story?
No.
Okay, I can give kind of a weird one with a car again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when I was in high school in Florida, I was one of the first ones of my friend circle with a car,
Mhm.
and I like to toot my own horn. I'm a pretty good driver. I've actually
Ha,
I've
what
never
a
gotten a
pun.
ticket. All my accidents I've been in were not my fault at all. But so there was this one time that I was with my friend and I was like, "Hey, do you want to play some music? Because we have like a 30-minute drive back from the beach." He was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm down." So I handed him the aux cord. And now, give me your best guess as to what came on when he put in that aux cord.
Lady
Because-
Gaga.
No,
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick
The song
Astley.
that Derek just
California
played.
Girls.
nope,
The song that I was playing earlier.
nope. Derek's the closest.
I said that before.
Oh my
you
God.
did.
Oh,
Crab
you
Wait,
guys
is
are
it
the
that
closest.
kind of music where like it's got like moans in it? Yeah.
Oh my
God.
Can you mute my mic so I can open this muffin?
What kind of muffin?
Open the muffin. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So he he fucking he plugs in his phone, and like it wasn't anything funny. Unfortunately, like it wasn't a punchline, like middle of porn. It was just like smacks,
Ew.
and I was like,
And he's just sitting there, just dead ass, dead silent.
he was just looking at me, and I was like, well, fucking unplug it, because he's just staring
That's
at me.
what she said.
Like I'm driving, and I look over at him. He's just staring at me like with fucking. All I hear is fucking.
Oh,
And I'm like, fucking
Gotcha,
turn it off or
dude.
something. Just fucking stare at me. So then he turns it off, and we're just sitting there in silence. And neither of us knows what to say.
what did you expect?
So and then like we're sitting in
Garlic
silence.
nuts.
We get through like 20 minutes of drive. There's like 10 minutes left, right? And the first word or the first sentence spoken, he goes, "Hey, can we stop at McDonald's? I kind of want an ice cream cone." I was like, "You want to fucking no?"
Porns get me really hungry.
Don't be a shitty friend, Anthony. You should have got him that ice cream cone.
Yeah.
I'm not done with the story, am I?
Just blessed
Oh.
porn.
So we go to the McDonald's, and
Good guy, Anthony.
I get him an ice cream cone. I hand him the ice cream cone. We start driving. Like 5 minutes
Because he
later,
put his aux cord back. Yeah.
like 5 minutes later, he was like, "Can we put on some kind of music so this shit isn't awkward?" And I was like, No. I got it. I'll sing. He goes, "Oh, okay, I guess." I was like, "You know the song, I promise." He goes, "Okay."
How romantic.
And I was like, "All right, ready? I'll count from 3." He goes, "All right, so 3, 2, 1.
I knew it.
He laughed so hard. I don't know what he expected me to say. Like fucking SpongeBob campfire song. I don't know what he was
Awesome.
waiting for.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know why he had it. Like, I don't know why he had the porn queued up. Because I wasn't dropping him off. Like we were going to hang out together.
You know, you close that shit as soon as you're done with it. Like, and you don't.
I sometimes forget to. I'm gonna be honest. So
really.
like,
and
it's fine.
nobody I know like pre-selects.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that either. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I forget to close it, but I realized that I didn't close it before something like that happened, so it's okay.
Does anybody
This
here
is too much
pre-select?
information about my children that I didn't need to know.
Does anybody
Yeah,
You
here
pre-select Victoria?
Is it pre-select? I can imagine like you're just at work. You're like, what am I gonna watch tonight?
Save this for later.
Yeah, save this for later.
I just don't really have anything to say to any of this.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, do you like football, Moscow?
No,
Really?
Aw.
no.
Moscow, if you could, if you had to play one sport, what would it be?
Baseball.
Baseball.
That's the only sport I've ever played.
Yeah. Don't you?
And would you be like a bullpen relief pitcher that's like
No, he's a hitter. He's Big Daddy. He is
Oh,
number 3.
I'm in outfield. I'm fucking horrible. Like, you know, just I'm just bad at it.
sacrifice?
so.
It's because you sacrifice speed for power. I watched the episode.
You're right.
I love
You're
how he
right.
stands up the bat when he hits.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Muffins are good podcast food because no one knows that I'm eating
What kind of muffin?
banana.
Ew.
Okay, fun fact, I'm allergic to bananas.
Really? I'm
This-
allergic to
this-
apple
This
skin.
bitch is out here trying to kill
Wait.
me.
Wait, hold
Oh,
on.
Ryan,
Hold
what
on.
the
Listen,
fuck?
listen. I have a question for both of you. Okay, and how did you figure out you were allergic to bananas?
When
He
I
stuck
was
it up his ass.
Like what happens? Does your like throat close up?
yeah.
Typically, yeah.
So whenever you touch a banana, you just start dying. Is what
No,
you're
eat
telling
it,
me.
like,
right?
like eating it.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if you know,
Like I probably gave him a
like,
bite of this.
so it has. So if you touch banana, you're fine. It's just if
As
you
long as I
try
don't,
to
like,
eat
suck
it.
my finger after, yeah.
Well, Ryan, you're
allergies
allergic to
aren't,
apple
like-
skin,
Yeah, most allergies aren't like
so
Actually,
you just
is.
can't eat apples.
yeah, well, I thank God I could have like apple pie and everything like that. As long as there's no skin.
This reminds me of a
I was
joke.
like
It's
4.
I was gonna say.
have you ever heard of an of course but maybe thought?
Yes.
No.
I totally stole this fucking joke, by the way. But no,
This is gonna be my life.
it's like of course but maybe. It's like, of course we should protect people with allergies. Of course. But maybe
Oh.
if we closed our eyes for like 1 year, we wouldn't have to deal with it ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Of course, the Make a Wish Foundation is a great thing.
Oh no.
Of course. But maybe we could spend that money better than on kids about to die anyway.
Oh.
Oh no.
Natural
Of
selection,
course.
right? Right?
Right, no.
Make a wish is not natural selection.
Of course, but maybe. On the other hand.
Oh shit.
God, I was gonna go take us into like my ad reads, but I can't read an ad after that.
Of
That's a bad
course.
idea.
That's not how you follow. Fucking...
Hold on,
Of
Anthony.
course
Anthony.
you can.
course.
So
Maybe
that's how-
you shouldn't.
So that's how we saved all of those orphans.
Of course.
Anthony Henry.
Oh no! Oh,
Of
isn't
course,
live, is
Anthony
it?
Oh,
can't
wait.
go into an ad
Anthony,
read
this isn't live, is it? Of course. But maybe.
okay, moving
There's
on.
no end. There's no end to what you can do when you just throw people at it until it's done.
Okay, moving on from that.
Like you want to build a train system, you just blow people up in the mine.
Oh, God.
Easy.
Anthony, you said you had other weird allergies you wanted to talk about
Well,
before.
okay, I'm allergic to like one color of apple, but not the other.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
can't eat green apples, but I can eat red apples.
That's
Picky
weird.
bitch.
I can't eat cherries either.
punk
Did you
Just fucking don't be allergic.
you just fall over and start choking one day, like you just eat a green apple and then like you almost die? Like, is that how you figure that out?
Almost die. They're just like swelling of the throat, like normal.
Well, the banana's like your throat starts closing up,
Yeah, the same thing as the apple.
but it's not lethal, is
But you
it?
ate a red apple afterwards.
I'm
and
still
you're like, yeah,
fucking
this is
here,
fine.
so
Well, I mean, you could. Someone could have like, stuck you with an EpiPen.
no, I'm. Good. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It sucked, but like it wasn't lethal or hospital inducing.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I thought,
Speaking of hospital inducing, isn't the title of that book about murder?
Oh my god.
You can cut that out, but I thought it was funny.
You can cut that out, but I thought it was funny. A short story.
My life.
Okay.
My
so
appendix.
with that, we we go to the first of our two sponsors today. Murder on the Morning Mist. Natalie Hart was a divorced mother of 4. Her 4 kids have grown, and they've left the small town of Bear Lake. But her ex-husband remains. Having her ex-husband and the woman he cheated on her with living in the same town was just one of several issues that plagued Natalie's thoughts every morning during her run. But you want to know what happens during that run? Well, go buy Murder on the Morning Mist. You can find it on Amazon. And for our second sponsor. Oh man, I still can't get over the fucking conversation before.
Of course,
Dude,
Anthony.
okay, I actually used Anchor FM for a school project once. It's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it is. It's very, it's weird because it's like a social media for podcasts.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Huh.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just started using it not too long ago, and I was pretty impressed by it.
Better than Spreaker or
The thing about Spreaker that bothers me the most is really stupid. Actually, it's yellow. the UI is yellow and yellow.
gonna fit
and
the better
white.
color. Yeah.
It's really ugly.
I mean, those
I know
are,
it's
yeah.
the dumbest shit you probably ever heard, but
No, that's the be.
No, it makes sense,
If you're
like-
gonna be on it a lot, it has to look,
yeah,
Yeah, like coloring is part of branding.
no.
Mhm. I've heard a lot of stupider stuff.
Was that Cat or Ryan?
That was me.
Ryan.
Oh, you suck.
I've been like, it's just been a bunch of like small burps and like collected it within like a minute. It's really weird.
I know. I always do my best ones like right after we stop recording.
This feels bad.
Feels bad, man.
You know what I miss? This is completely off
Your
topic.
meatballs?
I'm taking a big turn. Yes,
Wait, what?
I miss Guitar Hero games being good.
Oh my
I
god.
don't.
Dude, me too. Ever since it went to that, like it was like the white and the black notes said.
Guitar Hero has always been garbage.
Lies.
Yeah,
They,
okay.
they changed like the basic mechanics of the game, which is the stupidest fucking thing in the world. But
Why the hell should I go out? Like back then it was what, $40-$50 for a new game? Why would I want to buy $40-$50 for a new
I think it was
game and then
40
spend another
when it first
like
came out.
$30-$40 on an electric guitar for one game? Why?
Because it's
you
fun.
want to?
It was fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah,
I
but
jammed
as
out to
a-
Taylor Swift.
It's fucking
it
stupid.
was good, but as the games got out, like the song list got like shittier and shittier.
So it's like you like spend $90 to play one game.
I mean, some people were really
yeah.
good at it though. Like they invested a lot of time in it.
Yeah, I competed in Guitar Hero.
That
Oh,
was my
shit,
favorite
really?
game for
Yeah,
Ryan's
I actually
video.
did.
Yeah,
Literally, that
it was.
entire game is just color. You just hit like what,
Gotta
6
finish that still.
buttons? That's it?
Okay, but that's every video game ever.
No, that's
Yeah,
not true.
That's true.
Incorrect.
Okay.
You're
maybe
sitting there
it's like
just
10
watching
buttons.
for. You just watching, waiting for like 6 buttons, and you just press them down one after the other.
But
Not
you
when I
could
do that,
equip
some of them at the
that
same
to, like-
time, different. Yeah, like
It's like a mobile
gets-
game, but
it gets
you pay
complex.
$80.
Yeah, no, you
Not
have
really,
to like
dude.
because you have
But
to
it
press the
is,
buttons and
though.
also like
This is the
Strum
coldest
at the
hot
same
take I've
time.
ever heard.
I'm like, I feel like Guitar Hero
Anybody
is
wanna kill
literal hot
themselves?
shit. Guitar Hero
really.
is just garbage.
Moscow, unpopular opinion.
I know,
Moscow.
like I want to call you Ryan right now.
No, it's just all of you are wrong.
Yeah,
That's
I'm the
answer.
villain, Moscow.
Glad you're wrong.
We played Rock Band in my family, like after Guitar Hero. We played
Yeah,
that
Rock
too.
Band was pretty good too.
Mhm.
Rock Band was
Yeah,
awesome,
it was so fun.
I just don't like any game, especially that's that simple, that require me to pay another $40 to play
Then
Wait,
only
let me
that
ask you,
one game.
have you played the game?
Yes, and I hated it. It was awful.
But that's like
Mm,
games and then buying expansion packs for games.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
somewhat, but this is back in like 2008, 2009, where DLC wasn't a huge thing then.
Yeah, or
And
like
you want
the
me to
Wii.
pay $40 for one, like an extra 40 just to play the game? Like you play with a controller, but it's meant to be played with, of course, the guitar or the drums or whatever else you wanted to play it with.
But you could say the same thing about like that logic would be saying
You know what
that
I
like
would kill?
DDR is like
You
a
know what I would
mobile
kill
game
for?
then.
I would kill to see Moscow play Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could play that with a controller too.
Like I don't like the
Oh.
game, but I
wanna see
understand
his
it
thick-ass
more than
toes
Guitar
bouncing
Hero.
on a pad.
Okay, no.
Like just I watched someone play it, right?
What,
and then I
Dance Dance
played
or
it.
Guitar
I just
Hero?
no Guitar Hero. I'm just sitting there with the guitar in my hand. You're just listening to music and doing. It's like what is it? I can't think of it right now. It's like, you know how there's a cutscene in games and you have to mash the button presses. That's literally
Quick
it.
time event.
Yes, it's just
Yeah.
it's.
You're
quick
probably
time
playing on
event
on
game.
easy. Like if you're playing on an easier difficulty, obviously it's boring as fuck because you're just listening to the song and hitting.
So you want to play ultra hard quick time event game? Okay, that's nice.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Okay, let's move on from this.
I mean, that's all it
This
is.
is yikes territory.
You can't even
Yeah.
argue me on that. It's just a quick time event.
no, I can't. I
The
just don't
entire
think that
time.
Okay,
me arguing is gonna change
we're
anything.
gonna
with
move
you.
on though. We're gonna move on though. This
All
is one
right.
of those rough ones. Oh boy. I can't.
That's why after 2 years they sank and never made another good one again.
Okay, so Moscow. Let's go back
no.
to you. Let's keep you. I kind of want to keep him ranting.
Sure.
So, are you going to play the new Call of Duty? Have you heard anything about it? I'm curious.
I don't care about Call of Duty anymore.
Damn
Okay.
unlucky. Well,
Because the
Boo.
reason I ask is because you like Battlefield. Yes,
Like what?
you like Battlefield, right?
Battlefield 1 or just
Just Battlefield. in general.
Battlefield in
Oh, in
general.
general?
Battlefield's cool. I guess.
Okay, then you
'Cause
want to
they're
play the
making
new Call of Duty
Call of Duty.
But why do I
and
want to
kind
play Call of Duty?
because the new Call of Duty looks exactly like Battlefield
and plays like
Why would I not?
and
just play
plays
Battlefield?
like it.
because it's gonna be, you know,
It's gonna be
It's
pretty
gonna
good.
be
Was already gonna
different,
play
it's not
Call of
like-
Duty.
Well, if it's going to be like you said, exactly like Battlefield, then why would I play Call of Duty?
it's like a mix of Battlefield and Escape from Tarkov. Excuse me.
I don't really like Escape from Tarkov. Well, I haven't even played it, but it just doesn't look interesting to me.
So what would it take? This is kind of why I asked. What would it take to make you want to play a Call of Duty game? Is there anything that could? I'm just genuine curiosity.
I hate the name Call of Duty, and I hate the people who make it. So no.
Did you know that in Australia it's Call of Duty?
Judy.
Not a joke. That is not a
Are
joke.
you serious?
Yes, I'm very in Australia. They say Call of Duty.
That could have been the trivia question.
Well, I
Whatever.
don't make the questions. I got a fucking list and a number generator. What do you want
Oh.
from me?
I mean, well, isn't it's the same name? It's just their accent, right?
Well, so okay, I was listening to a
Do they spell it
podcast where they
different?
talked about it,
Right.
and the girl said, "Yeah, it's the word is pronounced Judy there because we don't want to say duty because duty's poop."
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's right.
It's still stupid.
When I was a kid, I thought it was called poop. I thought it was like a joke game.
You see,
My-
back, when it was on
Little did you
PlayStation
know,
2.
10 years later, it actually is.
Shit flinging the game.
My friend thought Black Ops
Ew.
was Black Cops.
It is.
That-
What do you mean?
I listen.
Black
let me
Cops,
tell you
Gotchi
something.
Hyper?
Hold on. Listen, this is a game I would totally buy if it was like a multiplayer game with cops. That's awesome. That sounds cool to me, at least. I need to play Arma 3 really bad. I need to play modded Arma because they have that in that game.
No, you don't. Just
God, Ryan sounded less enthusiastic about that than he did about his fucking garlic knot.
For real. That was about
Ryan would rather date Arma than a garlic knot, confirmed.
But no, there's like
he
Call
had
of
better
Duty is like
conversations with it.
I just look at Call of Duty. It's literally FPS the game every year. The same. It just feels the same every year. FPS the game.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, like Modern Warfare 2 was like the first Call of Duty because I played Medal of Honor when I was like really young, but Modern Warfare 2 was like the first one I played because some like Halo friends introduced me to the series, and I remember like being like we were all really excited for Modern Warfare 3, and like the first day it came out, like I was just like this literally graphically looks worse, feels worse, like everything everything about
And now
it
they
was
have
just like that.
microtransactions. Isn't that fun?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
play more.
I feel like Modern Warfare 3 was like the turning point for that series.
Again, it's like I just have no.
For
I've
worse, for worse.
Oh.
Hell, fucking no.
No, yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
It's a complicated series, though. I mean, it's hard to say like, because there's so many different games made by different people. It's not all like one company, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like it's allowed to have like a golden age.
Remember when Sledgehammer joined? Yeah, me too.
See, I really liked the original ones that were World War II. I played every single Call of Duty game except Advanced Warfare.
The original ones
Yeah,
were
right.
cool.
You didn't play the fucking most fun one, dude. That's
I mean, I
insane.
played the multiplayer because actually this is a story in of itself. But when I met Victoria's little brother, his way of seeing if I was worthy of dating his sister was asking me to 1v1 him snipers only in Advanced Warfare.
Bro.
Dude, something similar happened to me a couple years ago.
No one cares.
Bro.
Different.
Any truers?
Nobody cares.
Did you play Call of Duty for a garlic knot?
Or a napkin.
I mean,
1v1
basically the same
napkins.
story.
What about
you don't have
meatballs?
to. You don't have to.
I'd 1v1 that bitch for some more meatballs.
Yeah,
Well, that's
that's
not
the
fair, Ethan.
thesis.
You know, there is something they could do, Call of Duty, if they want. If you know, what they could do is like, if they got rid of microtransactions, I would give it a shot.
Just remaster Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, it'd be a pretty sick idea.
Wait,
Like,
Ryan,
again,
what
if
was
they-
your story?
Oh no, it was
you
very.
suck.
It was.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding
It
again.
was.
I
No,
care
know.
about my children.
Oh, thank you. No, I mean, it was very similar. I was about to get some action,
What?
and then
Oh
this
my
girl's
God.
sister's friend. who was
1v1
living
me,
at their
bro, if you want
house,
that
like,
pussy.
1v1.
I don't remember. I don't know the situation. It was really weird.
1v1 me for anal rights. Bitch.
No, and then she just like, bam, came to the door running, just like, I want somebody to play Black Ops with.
1v1
And I
me,
was
bro.
like, do you not see like what's about to happen right now? Like, are you really gonna?
Oh my god.
Yeah. And
One
then,
condom, one
and
game.
the girl was
Let's
like,
see.
yeah, let's just do that for a bit. And I was just like, oh my fucking god. So there I am, 1v1ing somebody I've never, like some little girl in Black Ops with blue balls, and then I drove home and I wasn't happy.
Did you select your porn on the ride home?
No, I was so disappointed. I just went to bed. Honestly.
Ryan's just driving one hand on the wheel. He's like, God damn it.
Not fun.
Sad day.
Oh man, that is a rough day.
Oh yeah, dude, for real. For real.
Wait. Did you say whether you won or lost?
Oh, I demolished her. Are you kidding me?
I was going to say it'd make it even worse if you lost.
No, she was just like,
Nah,
oh,
it'd just be
this
good
map
at
is
that
cool.
point,
And she
dude.
picked Nuketown. And I was just like, okay. And I just picked one of the pre-selected classes and I just wiped the floor, dude.
Too bad he didn't demolish his sister.
Yeah.
Victoria's siblings kind of like they both are they're all or not they both but her brothers are both so different that I had like two completely different tests of my loyalty.
And then there's my sister. And all you had to do was buy her Pringles and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, see that was easy. But her brother, I had to sing musical theater with him before he was like, yeah, I like him. And her other brother, I had to, kick the shit out of in Call of Duty. And now he could probably beat the shit out of me though.
What
because
are
he's
you-
grown up.
What are you talking about? Like that? Hold on a minute. What do you mean you have to like? You mean they're going to be a dickhead to you unless you do something to make them approve of you?
No, they're just being
that's not really how
kids.
it works. It's just you
mean,
kind of
you
want to
want-
learn the loyalty of your girlfriend's sibling.
It was basically
Well,
Moscow.
it
It,
makes it
basically-
much
it
better.
wouldn't
I'm
have
saying,
mattered.
like they wanted to do like that was them like okay
Like
he's
bonding.
into something I'm into.
Yeah, like
he's not,
connecting.
Yeah,
he's not an
and
asshole.
honestly, and they just wanted to see if he would play. Like it doesn't matter if you who won. Like
Well, I don't
They-
give a shit. I'm not here for your fucking siblings. Like, I
Wow,
don't give a
you're-
hot shit what their
you are
opinion
not
is.
set up for a relationship mentally, are you?
yeah,
Like, no, why should I prove anything? No, go fuck yourself.
It's
Well, if
it's not really like proving though. It's just like making a connection.
it's just
so you
being
guys
a
can, like,
cool person.
Well, I
Yeah.
can just talk to you. I'm not gonna just like, no, fuck
So
you.
Moscow. So if you're dating a girl for a couple months, right, and things
Uh-huh.
are starting to get serious, you go over her house, you meet her family. Her little brother runs up to you and says,
I know.
"Hey, do you want to play some video games with me?" You just be like, "No, fuck you. I'm not here for you. I'm here to fuck your sister."
Can
Like
Oscar be
what?
my D&D character?
God.
Sure.
Like I wouldn't, but there'd be a very great part of me that would want to say that. Just to be a dickhead.
Well, yeah, like I didn't necessarily want to stop like hanging out and go play Call of Duty, but I was like, oh,
You
he's
better
a cute
beat
kid,
me,
it'll make him happy.
Yeah.
You better beat me, kid, or else I'll victory fuck your sister.
My God.
Oh boy.
You see, if this story had gone a different way, it could have been like, ladies, he's single, but now I'm like, ladies, avoid him.
But no, of course, that's okay.
Ryan's
Moscow,
available as long as you give him the garlic knots.
Exactly.
Well, I don't
That's how
really
you
like garlic
get Ryan's trust.
No, actually, Moscow, I have a question for you regarding regarding women.
Oh no.
Do you consider yourself right now,
Oh Christ.
on the market?
No,
No,
that's
Oh,
flat
it's a
no.
shame.
but no.
Honest to God, I thought
Platinum.
Moscow was gonna be like, why? Are you trying to fuck?
Why are you trying to fuck?
just swap the answer.
You want me
to eat
your ha?
But no, right now I'm in a position where I'm doing what I want and nothing else. No,
Okay, I respect that.
That's
all
fair.
about
Yeah,
me.
if you're working on yourself, that's bad. That's admirable.
like I'm trying to college. I'm trying to get a good job.
Moscow's at the gym,
trying
like,
to
see
go to
this
the
bitch, you
gym.
can't have any of this.
Like I'm just, it's me, all me. Mm-hmm. That's all. That's all I need right now, and my bird.
Good for you.
That makes
Yeah.
me really happy on the inside.
Rose
Yeah.
in the background, like. How is Rose?
Rose. Well, I do have a story for you actually.
Oh.
Yes. Whoa.
Hang on,
Okay,
let
so-
me grab a napkin.
Let me grab a garlic knot.
But no, anyway,
I actually grabbed the napkin though because I was spitting up like a fucking child. Continue.
So
Ew.
Rose, like, she had her wings clipped. She can't fly, but I wanted to get a leash for her anyway for whenever she does grow her wings back, and in case she grows her wings back. Like, I don't really inspect her wings every day, and I'm not sure how long they have to be for her to fly. But I want to take her outside, so I bought a leash for her and everything. I put the leash on. Everything's going great. Usually you have to struggle with the bird at first, but Rose is weird because she likes to be under covers and stuff, so she didn't really care when I was putting the leash on her because it didn't, she wasn't bothered by it. So I put the leash on her. She's a really scary bird, as in she gets scared real easy. So I go and I take her outside. I have her on my shoulder. This is the first time she's ever been outside in her life, and she's not been in a cage. So go outside. She is horrified. Like, she's shaking, terrified. She's just looking around. What she tries to do is, I try to put her on the post. I was on the porch. So I try to put her on a post or something. She's scared of the post and she flies down. And then of course she flies down the porch, and I have the leash wrapped around my wrist, and so she's hanging from the leash. It was an awful experience. She almost bit a hole through my ear. She got so nervous. It was horrible. It was an awful time all around.
I mean, yeah, imagine that though. Like you've never you think the world is just this room.
She was like
And then-
Rapunzel.
Yeah.
You think your whole world just smells like taquitos and has a dark yellow light?
Oh, bro, I haven't had taquitos
Oh,
for so
if you're
long.
white, that's
Oh my god,
true.
Taquitos
But
are
no,
so good, though.
dude, I
Yeah.
haven't.
When I did take her outside, I tried to hold what would happen is whenever she tried to fly down, and she would just sit there and she would look around she didn't move. It was really strange. I should have taken her out to the backyard, because the front yard is just a wide open space, and there's the road over there out in front of the house. I should have taken her to the backyard because it's enclosed with trees and stuff. That's what I should have done. But I think I'm going to take her out tomorrow again. Other than that, she's doing great.
That's
I'm
good.
just gonna panic again. I guess you gotta adjust.
I do have another story too, actually. It kind of relates to all
Shoot.
birds. So parrots are usually smarter than most other types of birds. They're also usually smarter than a cat or a dog, right?
Okay.
So with this being smarter than a cat or a dog, it's if a dog does something wrong, you could like pop them like to, you know, as a punishment, and they'll take it and be like, you know, I shouldn't do this, so on and so forth, and they still love you afterward. A bird is not this way. If you pop a bird, the bird's going to hate you and it will remember you. Well, birds are also smart enough, if they don't like something about you and you first meet a bird, it is quite possible the bird, upon first meeting you, will hate you forever. And there's not really anything you can do about it.
Yeah, I've had that multiple times.
Like, it's really strange. Also,
Stories and
We're not letting that slide, dude.
The first
What?
bird I ever met, like, latched onto my toe for a solid 10 minutes. It wasn't
what you should have, like,
Oh,
I'll
boy.
tell you in a second. But,
Better jungler win.
Yeah, better jungler wins, dude. Unlucky.
of course, with that, a bird can just take to someone really well. But so for example, when I got Rose, like, better yet, I'll start with my first bird I got was a bird named Trip. He's an African gray. It's the smartest type of parrot, is what most people would agree with. Trip hates men in general. Like, I don't know why.
Damn.
He hates men. He just does.
Feminist.
It makes him angry. Like, you can see it in his eyes. He'll
Oh,
even
no.
he will hunch up and he'll act like he
Are you
wants you
sure
to
it's
touch
not a
him.
girl?
Actually, I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Feminist.
Like, that's
Well,
not something you can
feminazis.
tell unless you like get them blood typed.
Oh.
Like, they don't have any real physical distinguishers. So anyway, what he'll do is he'll just huddle around and he'll wait for you to go to pet it, and then he'll like whip up and he'll like snap your finger. It's awful.
Jesus.
My mother, though, he loves my mother instantly. Like, he hopped up for my mother. It made me so mad. I worked with him for like 3 months and nothing happened. I wanted to sell him. She bought him for me, so he's still here. And then I got Rose. Well, Rose just instantly really liked me. It was fantastic. However, my sister's fiance, his name's Dustin. It hates Dustin, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, Rose hates Dustin more than Trip hates men, and it's fantastic. So what'll happen
Jesus
is,
Christ.
so we have like this little ring.
She
stand.
knows that. She knows that your sister's cheating.
No!
on you.
No. So there's a ring stand that we can put her on, or that she likes to. She just, what she'll do, she'll hang on it. So whenever he comes in, she gets visibly upset. Like, she won't make a sound. She'll just stare at him, and she'll fluff up her feathers really big. And it's a cockatoo, so she'll like she has
She's
head
like, "What's
feathers.
up, bitch? Square up.
Yes. So her head
1v1
feathers will
me,
come up.
pussy.
And then what'll happen is she'll start climbing down the circle stand, which she never does. She never goes to the ground. She'll start climbing down to the floor because she can't fly. So she'll start trying to walk over to him real slow, and she'll try to bite his feet and everything.
They always go for the feet. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and there's actually that's true actually. Like, Ryan's 100% right. It's not a lie. They will try to go for your feet or your eyes. But
Ooh.
so shit, I remember I put her on top of a cage one time when he was just sitting on the couch. She craned her head around and was like, "Listen, fucker."
Oh god.
He's the best thing. So in terms of it's a really weird, also, whenever you have a bird, a lot of birds like to sit on your shoulder because they just like sitting on your shoulder because it's high up, and makes sense to the bird. So birds will also, when they're happy, they'll like to clack their beak, right? You don't know how disturbing it is at first whenever the beak's clacking right next to your ear. And like, their beak can exert something like 1,500 pounds worth of pressure.
Damn.
Like, if you give it a walnut, it'll snap through it. So if they felt like it, they could bite your entire ear off in a second. It's horrible. And of course, what's also awful is birds, when they're happy, look very close to what they look like when they're angry as hell. So it's really hard to distinguish if Rose wants to be your friend or if she wants to bite your eyes out. So, she likes me, so,
Just assume the worst then.
Anthony.
I would not say assume the worst, but it's yeah, you probably should. You should be, if you walk up to a bird, you don't want to try and pet it, or else it'll try to take your hand off. So
Words
Most
to live
animals-
by.
Birds to live
Hmm?
by.
I actually think it would be really cool to own a vulture, but vultures are like
Oh God, no.
they're
Scary.
huge and they're very angry.
They're
Like,
ugly too.
By the way, you know an ostrich can kill you if it kicks you. Like
The fuck?
if like an
Whoa.
ostrich, if it
That's
kicks
where I want to
you,
go.
if it kicks you, it has enough strength to fold your body in half and break your spine.
Oop.
Ostriches, like I have a lot of animals are scary. Like, okay, like do you know how a giraffe fights other things? You know a giraffe has like little horn nub things, right? What the giraffe will do if it wants to fight you, it'll take its head and swing around and it will bash you with its skull. Whenever it bashes you, it'll create like brunt trauma in your body, and that's how it kills you. Or it'll just fucking kick you and stomp you to death. And kangaroos are fucking like listen to me. Like just imagine I couldn't live in Australia. Like I'm just imagine sitting there, you hear a thumping on the ground, right? Like a dinosaur. You just feel it in the ground. You turn around with the fucking kangaroo sprint like howping as fast as it can. It will drop kick you.
I've
And then
seen
it'll
people
punch
fight
you.
kangaroos though. That shit's awesome. Like on video, obviously.
like
Australia.
like
Yeah, yeah.
listen,
Whenever
it
I
will
say I'm
square
working
up
out
with
in,
you.
in general,
beat his ass, bro. I got your back.
it will square up with you too. It'll start fighting you. Like it'll punch you in the jaw and shit. And when you get to the ground, they'll like start trying to rip you up. It's horrible.
Jesus.
Nature is scary. That's the lesson here.
Yeah, I know when I started working at a hotel in Florida, like during our orientation.
You see a fucking
they-
kangaroo.
No, well, I'm in Florida. They like told us how to run from alligators.
oh boy.
It's-
Like that's,
Yeah, yeah.
they're like,
I learned it
don't
in
walk
school.
by any. Yeah, it's like don't walk by any body of water at night. If they're chasing you, run in zigzag.
Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag.
Yeah.
Wait, why do you run in a zigzag?
It like they have to like reposition and it slows them
Yeah.
down because they can outrun a human and then
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
really
I
fucking
learned it
fast.
my
It's
first
scary.
year in public school in Florida.
Same.
yeah.
I actually I just remembered another bird fact that's kind of cool. Like
last
so
bird fact.
so what I have is
You're
an
on a
umbrella
fucking nature
cockatoo, right?
channel.
Of course, there's another bird fact. Of course.
Like I have
Maybe this. Will be the
this
last
is
one.
besides the eye and the color thing, but so I have an umbrella cockatoo. Well, when other umbrella cockatoos go to fight each other, what they will
slap their
do
cocks together.
no, what they'll
The
do is
snails.
they will rip the beak off of the other cockatoo and then they will leave it. The reason why is because without the beak they can't eat, so they will let the other birds starve to death before they'll kill it.
Oh.
Birds are fucking aggressive too. Like it's
Yeah, I'm not
birds
sounds
are
like me.
vicious. Like so basically what you need to know about the parrots really is if they like you, they'll love you forever. If they hate you, they'll hate you forever. And whenever they hate you, they want you to suffer. They want you to suffer. It's awful.
Bird fact: birds like garlic
Goodness.
nuts.
But of course, you know,
All right. So,
Rose likes me, so
does
I'm good.
Ryan.
I'm good.
All
Joel.
right. So
They live a long time
Alright,
too.
so-
So just imagine in 30 years in the future that bird that bit Ryan's toe is gonna fly and take his eyes out.
During the apocalypse.
That almost happened to me, but that'll be a story for next time.
yeah, for next time. All right. So for our last thing, we are gonna do our
Wait,
we're like do a trivia question, and
Bye daily.
they are for
Wait,
points, but
where's
the
the-
points are kind of they're kind of irrelevant. It's
There.
more for fun than anything else. But all right, I am generating.
I thought
the
I was
number
getting
for
a
our question.
present if I
So
won.
you're
Well, I mean,
counting-
whoever wins this irrelevant game will get a fucking meme present from me. It's not like you guys are competing for an Apple Watch.
Is that
Yeah.
the whole thing where
It's
you're gonna
probably
make
gonna be like
like
my
a
spit in
dildo
a
sculpted to your
jar,
cock?
like-
Oh, that's hot.
Ew.
Labeled you suck.
All right, so
Wait. So are you counting down and then we hit enter at the same time?
yes, so you'll have
Oh,
10
okay.
seconds to type your question in trivia
Answer?
answers. Fuck. You have 10 seconds to type your answer in trivia answers, and then when I'm done counting, you all hit enter. If you don't hit enter, then you don't get counted.
Oop.
All right. Yeah, I'm generating one more time. Number 45. Okay.
I'm not looking at his screen, just so you know.
Yeah, she can't see it
I
from
can't
here.
see it.
Wait, none of you are gonna fucking know the answer to a FIFA question. Wait.
Dude, I will, dude.
Microtransactions.
I re-rolled. Okay. Okay, that's so easy. Oh.
No, let me do it. Let me
okay.
do it, because I'm not gonna
Wait,
know
oh
it.
wait, I got it wrong though. It's not that easy. Okay. What's the color of the wings of the dragon in Spyro the Dragon? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit enter. Ryan,
You just-
Ryan DM'd me.
Oh, wait, are you Oh wait.
All right.
Mine's like not loading. so
No, it's not purple.
It is not purple. Ryan got it correct. It is orange.
Damn,
You know, I almost said
Dang,
like
Brian.
yellow, and I second guessed myself.
I really thought it
I
was purple.
totally guessed.
I was sitting there thinking to myself, I don't think it's purple actually.
I think he's
was
purple.
like-
I don't think his wings are purple.
Aren't
No, his purple. His wings are orange. He's
I don't
like,
even know what
he's
the fuck
Unless they're either
Spyro
yellow
the
or
Dragon
purple
is, I'll be
picture.
honest.
I can.
Yes.
I can
Okay.
Derek,
Spyro's
your
purple
life
and
must
his
have,
wings
like-
yellow.
you don't know what Spyro is?
No, I do know
Spyro?
what Spyro is.
Okay, and I didn't
Okay.
hear Spyro. I heard Spire of
copy
the
pasted it.
Dragon.
That's
Anthony
Spyro of
needs
the
to be more-
Dragon. My bad.
Anthony needs to be more clear when he's fucking reading.
I thought it was.
He said
No,
it's a
I
dragon.
got it.
He said
I
it's
knew
a
it.
dragon. What is the color of the wings of the dragon from Spyro the Dragon?
That's how
I
the
heard
question was
Spy-
worded. I read it word for
I
word.
Wait,
heard
Kat, what were you gonna
Spire
say?
of
Because
the
yours like
Dragon.
messed up.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I guessed yellow, but it's not loading because my internet's shitty.
Yellow.
And I'm also right
you
because
know.
Spyro's purple and the wings are yellow. So just saying.
Wait, what? I thought it was orange.
It says orange on the site.
Recount.
I'm.
All right, we'll do one
Wait,
more
let me-
question.
Hold
Let me
on,
look
hold
up
on.
picture.
I'm
Let me
getting
look-
a
Oh wait, I
picture
want to
of
look up picture. I'm
Spyro.
curious.
All right, one more question.
No, it's definitely orange.
Wait, everyone, get ready and trivia answers.
Wait, we're doing another one?
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay. It doesn't.
All
They look
right.
kind of.
Number 28. What is 28?
Wait, what color are goldfish?
What the fuck?
Yellow.
Wait,
They're
that's the
orange.
same question we had last time.
No, because some people
number
say yellow
18.
and some people say orange.
Rockman.
Yeah, it was. All right. Number 18. In what year was the PlayStation 4 released? In what year was the PlayStation 4 released?
I know this because
10.
high school.
You said
9.
PlayStation 4?
Yes. It's PlayStation 4.
This is a guess. Don't judge
9,
me.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Four.
3, 2, 1. Enter.
Easy.
All right.
Oh,
And
we're
now
so off.
2013.
Ah.
Nice.
So
Wait, did I get the date right?
Wait, Derek had the whole date.
they didn't give the whole date. They had the year.
I know. Oh fuck, man.
Hold on, let me
Wait,
Google.
wait,
Let
So
me
wait.
Google. it.
Derek, Ryan, and Moscow got it right.
I was thinking it was 2012 for a minute, but I'm like, well, no.
November
Damn,
15th,
Derek.
2013.
Damn.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think Derek gets an extra point for that.
Easy.
Extra 10,000.
That was
When? Why? What? You said 2017?
You know, I almost said 2014, and I was like, nah.
2004, Papega.
I almost said 2014, and I was like, no, PlayStation 4, 2004.
I thought you said PlayStation 2 at first.
Oh boy, that
Can we
was.
do another one for fun? Because this is fun.
Yeah, we can do one more for fun. Why not?
Oh,
Fuck it.
God,
Let's do
dude.
3 questions.
Okay,
Because I've gotten 2
Generate.
wrong.
I'm generating number 7. What does Mario jump on after completing a level? What does Mario jump on after completing a level?
Wait, I got this one.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. Flagpole Peach's
Victoria wins.
Victoria said flag
Oh.
Peach's ass. Okay, the answer it gives is flagpole.
Hey yo.
Ryan,
But-
you said flag
But
polka.
Gwen was an entirely
I
wrong
just
because
said
the,
my-
there
Gwen
normally is
says
a castle. Well, there's
castle.
normally
Okay,
a
what
castle
is-
in the
What's the
background.
castle with the flag?
Well, that's confusing because the flagpole ends the level and it says after. So I would think that it would have to be after.
Oh, you're
the
5
flagpole.
heading. You're 5 heading this
Jump.
shit.
He
That's
doesn't
true,
jump
but you
on
don't
it,
jump on
runs
the
into
castle.
it.
That's true, but I was like,
You have the biggest.
That whole
You got the
isn't-
biggest brain for what
Yeah.
it's worth.
Yeah, you should get
Give
some
Gwen
points for
half
that.
a point.
Yeah, have a point for having a brain unlike the rest.
Yeah, I'm not because I wrote flagpole and then I was
Especially
like, no,
because
what's this
Ryan
after?
said fucking flag polka.
Shut up.
Okay, but mine would definitely go skip.
Okay, that was really fun, but Peach's ass was the best answer.
Thank you.
Peach's ass.
If I'm
Okay.
gonna be wrong, I gotta be funny.
All right. So, thank you for listening to the 8th Bit podcast.
You're
If
welcome.
You
Forehead.
If you liked hanging out with us, consider leaving a review on any of the hundreds of podcast apps we are on. And be sure to check us out on Twitter and everything else. The 8th Bit Pod on Twitter, the 8th Bit Network everywhere else. And we will talk to you next time.
Patreon.
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 Bye.
Oh yeah, we got one of those.